How's it going? My name's Josh and I work for Roof Tech Consulting and Construction out of Noonan, Georgia. I'm a roof inspector and repair technician, and I'm here at policyholder Blaine Davis's home. Blaine Davis's address is 199 Wilson Circle in Noonan, Georgia, 30263. Today's date is April 9th, 2026, and the time is roughly 3:28 p.m. The temperature is 71 degrees Fahrenheit, and the Davis claim number is 1197. Q as in quilt, 718. G as in girl. Again, that is 1197. Q as in quilt, 718. G as in girl. 1197Q718G. And this is a wind claim with scattered wind damage all over every facet of the house. I know that State Farm had said to repair it per the scope, and then Roof Tech, the company I work for, came out to do the repair and discovered that it was not repairable. I understand that one of our inspectors had done a repairability attempt or a brittleness attempt of some sort, and State Farm had said that it was not done correctly, which, those things happen. So I was sent out today to do a repair attempt on video to see if the roof is repairable. I had just picked this section here because there's a cluster of Windcrete shingles. Okay, I went ahead and chalked those. Now I kind of have pretty much either here or here picked out to do the repair. We'll kind of look now and pick. I don't know what that indention is there, but I want to show these shingles are sealed. Okay, let's not do that one. We got this one here. Let's see. So you can see this one here's got wind damage. I chalked it as well. And then the shingles above it, aside from normal wear and tear, are in good condition. You can see no prior creasing, no prior damage. And they look to be sealed. They all have some granule loss and some normal wear and tear, but this one looks to be good. So I'm going to replace this one here. Let me go ahead and make sure we got that one marked. You can see the ones around it are sealed in good condition with normal wear and tear. All right. So I'll show an overview of the property really quick to confirm, if necessary, that we are indeed the Davis residence. All right, so I've got my tripod here. I'm gonna put my phone in the tripod, and then not once throughout the video will I take the the camera off the repair zone. Again, I want to highlight that this camera is going to stay here, and you'll be able to see the repair attempt the entire duration of the video. Let's get this settled here. And I want to ask you to please pay close attention to how little I'll lift these shingles. So I will be using the roof snake per State Farm's requirement. Whenever I go to break these tabs loose using the roof snake, I'm going to take the roof snake and I'm going to barely slide it under the shingle past the tar line, breaking it loose. I'm not going to shove it way up under that tab, way up high into the tab, which can accidentally rip the tab or cause it to crease. Also, I'm going to kind of put my hand on top of the tab so that when the roof snake breaks the tab loose, it doesn't accidentally pop it up and overbend it. All right, so I will get started. Now, I can tell from the keyhole, this is the end of the shingle, so I'll be working this way here. Slide that over. All right. So I'll break this one loose first. tab. Alright. Now these. Alright, now I'm going to use the roof snake to start prying these nails out. You'll notice how I'll lift this tab here and I'll kind of bend down to get under there so that I don't have to lift the tab but just an inch or so. And I'll look for that nail. Now I'm going to slide the roof snake under here. I'm going to let the roof snake determine how much the tab gets lifted. Just letting the tool do its job, as you can see. I'm going to begin prying that nail up. There we go. On to the next one. There we go. We're going to break this tab loose. As you can see, again, I'm letting the roof snake determine how much that tab gets lifted. It's less than 45 degrees by far. Again, these tabs are barely getting lifted, just the length of the nail, which is the minimum to get the nail out, of course. Take this loose. Looks like we've got some blow through here. I can't get under it because of the blow through. I'm not able to get that nail pried up with this blunt end, so I'm going to have to use the cat's claw, which the difference is it has a pointed end, so it lets me get under that shingle and dig up under that nail that is blown through into the fiberglass matting and get it pried up and started. Then I can go back with the roof snake. So that's what I'm going to do, as you can see. And again, look, I'm just barely lifting that shingle, guys. As you can see, I mean, no more than an inch and a half or two. Nail started. Okay, so I got it under there, got the nail started. Now I'm coming back with the roof snake, get it the rest of the way out. There we go. Okay, now I'm on to the second row of nails. Not finding the nails there. I don't know if they're blowed through, but I'm gonna skip right there for now. Go under here. As you can see, again, I'm letting the roof snake do its job. Determine how much that tab gets lifted. Okay. All right, we got some blow through again. Go back with this roof snake. Alright, here we go. What might be the last nail, again, can see I'm letting the roof snake determine how much that tab got lifted as well. Nice and easy. There we go. All right, I'm going to slide the bad shingle out. There we go. See that wind crease tab there? Definitely been flapping for a little while. And now, let me grab the new shingle. Here we go, sliding the new one in now. Alright, so I've got the new shingle installed. And I will use the roof stake to put the nails back in. Alright, so here we go. Again, I'm gonna put the nail in, side the roof snake, slide it under the shingle, only lifting the tab enough to get the roof snake under there, just like you can see right here. So I'm letting the tool do its job and determine how much the shingle gets lifted. Barely lifting that. There we go. Alright. Make sure that nail is flat and flush. Again. On to the next row. Okay. Next nail. Again, I'm barely lifting that, just enough to get the snake under there. Alright, here we go, last nail. Now, before I grab the camera, just out of habit, I'm going to write new on the new shingle. Okay. All right, so I will grab the camera now, and again, never taking the camera off the repair zone. Okay. Now the sun is shining bright, but excuse me, so it can be kind of hard to see these creases here, but they definitely failed most of these tabs. All right, so first I want to show this tab right here. hard to see on camera, but you can see that crack there. The edge, just going to show that and highlight that. And then it kind of fades out, and then gets darker from here all the way across, but you can definitely see that crease. Now, a lot of those granules are still on top of that crease there, so it's not revealing the crease as much. And I don't necessarily want to blow the granules away, but it'll definitely be worse once those granules are out of the way, revealing the crease a lot more. But again, you can see that crease right there all the way across. Again, it's worse on the edges, so I will mark that damage. All right, moving on to the next one. You can see there, you can see the crack in the crease there. Kind of fades out here and gets worse again on the edges, but it is very visible. Trying to get the angle to show it the best. I know from this angle you can definitely see the one on the couple above it really good. It's kind of hard to see on this one on camera, but it's definitely, like I said, creased. Kind of just show that again. See that crease all the way across the top there. So now that's damaged. Same thing with the next one. It was creased as well. All right. And then the tabs above it, I'll show those next. So this one, it's a little harder to see. For some reason, these creases, they're very hairlined. But, I mean, they're definitely there, as you can see. I mean, that right there is a prime example of a crack / crease in a shingle due to brittleness from the repair. So, mark that one. The next one, right beside it, same result. You can see the crease really heavy right there. Okay, so that one's damaged. And the last but not least, you can see the same thing here. You can see it really good on this part, and then it kind of fades out to the end there. All right, so if we were to continue, now by replacing one bad shingle, we had to damage the two above it. So if we replace those, it would damage the 3 or 4 above it, and then so on and so forth. And with this much scattered wind damage on all sides of the house, at this rate, we'd have to start with the wind damage shingle, replace it, and then go all the way up in a V motion to the ridge as it damaged more and more shingles. So this roof truly is not repairable, and we're asking that State Farm transfer it over to a full roof replacement. Thank you. Bye.